All right, welcome everybody. This is Dan Hunt with JSKA Rochester. Today is, I believe, the 13th, or is it the 14th? So, second week of January, we're going to do our virtual dojo, January 14th. Thanks, Mary. Today we're going to work a little bit on similar what we did on Tuesday with the stepping through front stance, working on the forward action of it. And then also we're going to add the reverse punches to the blocks that we worked on the other day. Then in the kumite portion, I wanted to do the Jui Pon kumite as well as the one step. And then work, let's see, I think Heian Godan and Bassai Dai, I thought was going to be my topic of the day, but it appears, yeah, Bassai Dai would still be a good one. So, so those two katas will be my focus for today. All right. Any questions before we get started? All right. Let me put myself on the spotlight for everybody. And all right, let's get go. Okay, feet together, courtesy bow. All right, so what I want to do is I want to go side to side this way, okay? Reminding you, the goal is to get onto this front knee, okay? So the progression is back leg pushing, ankle pushing, squeeze the thighs together to move the leg forward, and then get on this front leg and drive, okay? So let's do that a couple times just as a reminder. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is this giving me a question mark here? Quota for network Q drive. Okay, whatever. Okay. So again, push, push, and squeeze and go. Push, push, squeeze and go. One more. Push, push, squeeze and go. Now all one count. Try and bring it all together. Moving quickly. Squeeze. Knee. Thumb. Ishi. All right, good. Other way. So put your opposite leg forward. Ready? Push. So push with the first. Push with the ankle. Squeeze and go. Push with the leg. Ankle. Squeeze and go. Leg, ankle, squeeze and go. Leg, ankle, squeeze and go. All right, all one count. Ready? Itch. So a lot of folks think they're doing this right, and a lot of times what I see is, watch my front knee. No, Sal, that doesn't even bend. So you really have to think about getting here so that you have something to push against. Think of it, if I don't bend this beyond my ankle and I just straighten my leg, notice I just go up. Okay, if I bend it a little bit, I might go forward a little bit, but it's still mostly up. So my idea here is I want to bring this knee forward enough where every extension sends me that way. Okay, now let's put it all together. And the point of squeezing is to get your leg out there to catch yourself. Knee. Thumb. Chi. All right, good. Facing the other way. So actually, let me see you guys do this and see if I can make any observations while we're at it, and then we'll add some techniques to it, okay? All right, so everybody, let's put your right leg forward, facing that way. Okay, Eric, you gonna turn on your video tonight? All right, let's go. Ready, itch, and back, knee. That's it, mijo. Thumb, And good job, Masai. I like how much you're bending it. Good. If you can go more, please do. She. All right, Mima, good job. Go. Okay, Andy Lachage, if you could bend your knee even more. I don't know if your knees limit even more than that. Show me. Show me. Yeah, that much. That much. Okay. Ready? Go. Roko. Mary, you got to bend more. Sichi. Hutch. Good. Andy Lim, good job. Koo. Good job, Dirk. Chew. Okay, Eric, just a little bit more bend if you can. Can you show me one? Good, real, yeah. No, go a little shorter stance. Now bend in as much as you can. There you go. And then push forward and let your hip get over that knee. All right, good. Other way, other direction. Put left leg forward. All right, so it looks like you guys are starting to get it. I like it. Here we go. See if you can focus on the same thing. Get that knee over the ankle as far as you can to start driving. Itch. Now what I like is, Andy Lim, you're doing a little slide on the very end, right? Because you're actually moving faster than you ever have before. So the challenge is you still have to land in the proper length of stance. Okay, so you got to get your foot down before you get so far forward that you have to slide the back leg. There we go. Itch. Knee. Some. All right, Mary, if you've got more, put some more into it. More bend in that front knee. Some. She. And last one. Go. All right, good. So let's put some activities to that with some techniques with block and counter. All right. So facing the front. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to step forward with the block. So I'll start with my left. Everybody start with your left. We're going to step forward the block, reverse punch, and then we're going to step backwards with the same technique. Now, one of the things about stepping backwards and forwards with these blocks after the reverse punch, one thing I see some folks do is they'll wait till they get to about here and then do the switch and then have to catch up later. What I want you to do, as soon as you start to push with this, pull this back and switch, so that you're already switched by the time you get to halfway, and then drive it in. Okay, so really think about getting your hands switched as soon as you start moving. Okay, because the first technique should be hit them, boom, boom. Okay, all right, so left leg forward, stepping forward, squeeze, push, all those 4 steps. Agyuke, gyaksuke. Open the hip when you get to the end, then drive the hip close. Itch. Knee. Some. She. Go. Rock. Sitch. Hutch. Ku. Chew. All right, good. Let's do Sotuke Gyakuzuki. Let me take a look. Ready? Itch. Knee. All right, so the whole Higashi clan is moving slow motion. Let's move fast. Chi. Up. Hook. Okay, Andy Lesage, can you make your reverse punch happen sooner. You're kind of doing 1, 2. Make it boom, boom. Okay, very short kime on the sotuki. Shi. Go. Hook. Sitch. Hutch. Ku. Do. All right, Mary, you're actually blocking before your back foot lands. Try and land the foot and land the block at the same time. Okay. All right, this time uchuke. Gyakuzuki. Okay, left foot forward again. Ready? Itch. Knee. Thump. Shi. Go. Rook. Sitch. Hutch. Ku. Ju. All right, good. Let's switch feet. We'll go forward with the other leg, backwards with the other leg. Okay, so this time, Godan Barai, Gyakuzuki. Ready? So right leg forward. Itch. Knee. Thumb. Shi. Go. Hook. Sitch. Hutch. Ku. Ju. All right, back stance. So this one here should give you a lot of opportunity, a lot of movement. This leg is way bent, so it has a lot of opportunity to push forward. This knee is almost straight, so lots of opportunity to get forward. Okay, so you got to push it in. Push it in. This one here, it's got a sideways lift to the ankle. The same squeeze occurs here. Notice my foot turns because my squeeze is on my inner thighs, and then I step through it. Okay, so right leg forward, back stance. So shutoke, gyakunukite. Drop this hip down, keep this knee, hip, ankle all in one line. Ready. Itch. Knee. Thumb. Shi. Go. Hook. Sitch. Hutch. Ku. Ju. All right, good, yummy. And bow. Okay, any questions about stepping through forward in stance? Open for some questions if you got them. Nothing? Okay. All right, so while we're here, I want to work a little bit, just a smidgen for a few minutes on moving backwards, okay? So one of the typical mistakes folks will make, and watch my right ankle, is as they go backwards, they bend this heel up, okay? So this is bending the heel up, okay? So what I want you to think about doing is sinking into this back foot. So everybody put your right leg forward, facing this way. Okay, then I want you to sink into your back foot, keeping the whole foot on the floor. Notice what you have to do is your buttocks come straight back and your knee bends. Okay, not this way. Straight back and knee bends. Okay, so it looks like this. I'm just going to set right back into that foot. Now what I'm doing is I'm getting same thing that I was worried about doing here, which is get my hip in front of this ankle so I can drive, right? same thing as getting backwards, getting this hip behind the ankle so that I can drive. So the same things occur. I push this leg backwards. I extend this ankle. So 1, 2, squeeze your thighs together, get on this new back leg, or new front leg, sorry. Okay, come forward. 1, 2, and come back. 1, 2, and come back. 1, 2, come back. So if you're feeling like this ankle comes up, this heel comes up as you're coming back, not quite getting onto the foot or the leg as quickly as possible. So if the first action is here, then I have to go back to here to start driving again. So if I start making it here, then my hip behind my ankle starts to become my leg drive immediately. Okay, so let's do that a few times. Hitch, and back. Knee, and back. So this is one you can do with a video yourself sideways looking for this action. Thump, and back. Let me make this a little closer so you can see, since you don't need to see a whole lot of everything else. Go, and back. Rook, and back. So as you're done, watch, my ankle is full outside. I'm going to squeeze my thighs together and I'm going to pull that in. So it was here. I'm going to pull it in. So the outside of my foot is straight. And then come back. Ready? Hitch. And back. Squeeze your thighs. Knee. Thump. And back. And she. All right, good. Other way. Ready. So left leg forward. We're going to go backwards first. Hitch. And back. Knee. And back. Thumb. Sheet. Sheet. And back. Go. And back. Rook. And back. Okay. So any questions on that moving backwards? Let me tell you, it is something that's challenging to do. It takes a while to get used to making your first move sit into this ankle and get behind the ankle so you can drive with it. Same principle, trying to get on the driving leg as quickly as possible. Okay. All right. So let's take a short 1-minute break, get a water. If you need it, we'll come back, do some kumite. Randy Lim, you don't remember having this kind of detail in back in the day, do you?
No, not at all, actually, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, you know, and maybe it's my engineering mind that comes out in the front, but it was always do what I say, and here's how I do it. You follow me best you can.
Yeah, I think the closest we ever got was the squeezing and coming together, I think.
Yeah. All right. Okay, let's move on to some kumite. So I'm going to add somebody. All right, Dirk, you're going to come with me today on this one. I'm going to add you here. All right, get ready to get your butt whipped. Just teasing. Okay, so we're going to do some Kihon Ippon Kumite, so basic one step. Turn on your speaker there, Dirk. Okay. What's everybody? So you can be Dirk or you can be me. You decide which one you want to be. Just when we switch, pick the person that's coming at you to do the blocking part of it, or the person that you're trying to attack. All right. All right. My side, hey, you can buy. Hey. All right. Here we go. Jordan. Jordan. Okay, keep that front knee firm. Judah. And back. Judah. My giddy. Noah. My giddy. No. All right, good. Your turn.
Juran.
What?
Juran.
What?
Juran.
What?
Juran.
What?
Mikey.
What?
Mikey.
What? All right, good. Well, okay, so for the two Andys, just in case you're not familiar with our exercise of one step. So it is a step back block counter almost together. So a one and then the next move before you stand up is another of the blocks, or you repeat the block. So it's a matter of trying to get you to stay in the moment and to reblock, we'll call it. So it looks like this. Okay, so the tempo is bum, 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 bum. So a little opposite timing of Samban Kumite. All right, let's do that again. We'll pick two new players for the octagon. All right. Let's see. How about Andy Lashage? Let's battle the Andys to each other today. And where's the other Andy? There he is. All right. So turn your mute off. All right. And so I want Andy Lashage to start and Andy Lim to do the blocking first, and then Andy Lim will attack second time. Okay?
Okay.
All right. All right, come on. So announcing Jodan.
Jordan.
Thanks.
Switch feet, Andy. There you go.
Jordan.
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Maggie.
Yes.
Maggie.
Yes.
All right, Andy Lim. You attack.
John.
Us.
John.
Us.
So Andy, watch your feet are coming together, not your knees. So squeeze your knees. Actually make your pants touch each other for now.
Where's it? Judah.
Judan.
Us.
Judah.
Os.
My Gary.
Os.
My Gary.
Os.
Well, okay, better on those last couple, okay, Andy. And also, Lashaj, one of the things that we try and do on our chudan is still block straight back rather than evade to the side. Okay, so still trying to make it a blocking drill. It's still basic.
Os, Sensei.
No worries. Okay, all right, nice job, gentlemen. All right, so I am going to take over the spotlight here. And what I want to try and remind you of is a few different things that we had going a while back, which is ways to remove yourself from the sparring aspect of moving off to the sides so that you are no longer in the line of the attack. Okay, so a couple ways for the Jodan. Everybody come with me, put your left leg forward. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to go off to your right, catch it, reverse punch, come back. Okay, ready? Hitch, knee, and thumb. Now you can do that the other way. Same thing, catch it now with your right hand, step back, Gyakuzuki. Ready? Hitch, knee. So it's a tate shute. Thumb. All right, same thing, going off to the side, uchuke. So this way, front hand, reverse punch. Ready? Hitch, knee, and thumb. Now what I like about the uchuke is make sure you have a little touch of the hand that's coming out. Okay, this one here tends to have a awasuke rounding type technique. So have this touch and then go. Okay, let's go the other way. Same thing. Now my left hand's going to do that touch. Right hand's going to take it over Gyatsuki and go. Ready? Hitch. Knee. It's on. All right, so now I want to take, this is for the Maigedis or the Yoko Kikomis or the Ushiwagiri. So I want to take my front leg, left leg, and move it behind my right leg and do a downward block and off to the side. Gyatsuki, okay? So we're changing hands, changing legs using the right hand. Hitch, knee, and some. All right, now, if they switch feet, we would switch feet, or if you want to stay here, then it's just shift over like we did with the Uchuki Tate Shuto, okay? So if it's just you're against their left leg, or their right leg, right leg against your left leg, then just shift over, do a down block, okay? This one, we're gonna assume you change legs. So everybody move to your right leg. So now we're gonna go right leg back, 45 degrees, and reverse punch. Ready? Hitch. So again, the idea here is I don't wanna have to block. He's kicking down here where the door is. I'm over here, I don't even have to block. Blocking is insurance. Thumb. Okay, and then for Mawashigiri, let's say they're going to kick with their right leg. Okay, coming from here, right? So all I'm going to do is move. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm gonna move away from it. So this coming from this side, I'm gonna move away from the block or from the kick, Uchiuke and then Gyaksuki. If you're kind of a smaller person, you might need to have two hands so they don't blow through your arms. One thing you want to make sure is your arm has just a little bit of bend past 90. Anything more than 90 will tend to, or less than 90 will collapse when really put good pressure on it, okay? All right, so let's go off to the right side. Uchiuki high, Gyaksuki come back. Ready? Itch. Knee. And some. Hey! All right, good. So those are the counter attacks. Now, you have choices. You can do whatever kind of block you want as long as you end with a full-length Gyakuzuki. Okay, one of the things that I see some people do is they'll step way too far out of the way and then they have to slide in. Or they step slightly in and off to the side and they have this little short punch. So the idea here is you want to get and move to a point where you're at full-length Gyakuzuki just to touch. And what I like about that, and one thing I didn't understand years and years and years ago, was this no contact thing that we do. It is from a standpoint of I choose where this goes. So if I want to go this deep into somebody, I just move my body a little bit to get more distance out of it. Okay, so if you have a good understanding of where is my fist onto my opponent, then I can move my body in a little bit more and, you know, bury it in if I need to. Now you still need to, you know, hit a makawari board or maybe a punching bag in that, but that's always a good study. Okay, so let's try. Actually, I'm going to come at you. I want you guys to react to my punches and kicks. Okay, I'm going to do Jodan punch, Chudan punch, Maigiri, Mawashi Giri, Yoko Kikomi, and Ushiro Giri. Both Yoko Kikomi and Ushiro Giri, I want you to block on my calf side. So if I'm here, you got to block me with your left arm here. Okay, moving to that side. Okay, otherwise, you get on my shin side, and that's actually a lot harder on the forearm, and you might actually kind of get caught up because a lot of people do this in kind of a round kick position, and you're trying to block this kick that's kind of going that way. So be careful. Always block on the calf side. It makes it a lot easier. All right, so Kamai, moving around a little bit. Hi, Jodan. Hey. Good. Hi, Chudan. Hey. I'm going to switch feet here. Maigiri. Noah. Okay, so make sure you're getting off the line, off your center. Mashigiri. Oh. Okay, so hopefully everybody went that way. Yoko Kikomi. Oh. Hopefully everybody went that way. And last one, Ushio-giri. So you're going to go the same way, that way. Hey. All right, good. All right, let's see here. All right, Mima, I want you to attack everybody.
Oh.
There you go. I can hear you. I can hear you. All right, let's go. Back up just a little bit, Mima. Okay, here we go.
Jodam. Jodam. 前蹴り。回し蹴り。こっちだよ。横利こめ。あ、後ろ蹴り。
Ah, you let that knee get way out sideways. So, yeah, so leave your knee down by your other knee before you start to let the leg fly. Yeah, that way. So keep the knee low. Yes, that's much better. Once you start letting that knee out to the side, it starts to do this. I'll show you. Okay, so as you start to let this leg go out here like this, it turns into this side thrust kick. And sometimes if you don't get your hip far enough around, it goes there. So that's why you keep your knee tight to your other knee. All right, and if you want to turn it over at the end while you're at the very end of it, that's fine too. Get a little bit more length. Okay. Okay. Let's do. All right. How about Mary? Why don't you do the attacking this time? Okay. I want to see your speed and power. Okay.
Okay.
Come on. There you go.
Judan. Hey! My Gary. Hey! Wash it. Hey! Yoko Kokove. Hey! Show Gary. Hey!
All right, good. All right, so back to question for the group. Go ahead and come back to your screen if you would. So are you feeling like you're getting off the line of the attack? Are you feeling like you have to block even though somebody's not right in front of you? Or do you feel like you're off the line enough where the block is kind of just there if you need it? Anybody?
It definitely feels good to get off the line.
Okay. All right. Good. Now the challenge is to not go too far off the line and then have to come back way too far, because then they have a chance. Remember, their goal is to still hit you, right? So they're gonna have more than just one attack, and more than likely their attacks are not gonna be from 12 feet away, right? So all of that movement that you're doing from this distance is still an exercise in just trying to teach your body to get off the line. And the idea is after the block, it wants to be almost immediate come back with a gyakuzuki. All right, let's do some kata now. Get me on the no, I'm not going to add a spotlight. All right. Okay, here we go. All right, so Eric, you going to join us on the video? Elliot, this cut this for you. Okay, I can see you now. Okay, so Heian Godan, let's do some details for about 8 or 9 minutes, and then we'll do some Bassai Dai. Okay. Okay, eyeball. Your. All right, so the first move is sink, cover, look. Okay, then the left leg is put out and drop this way. Okay, so sink, cover, look is the first move, and then a full gyakuzuki from here Okay, from here, I want to keep this elbow touching my body until I get past here, and then it comes around. So don't have it come like this, or don't have it come like that. Okay, don't throw that elbow out. Keep the elbow in, and the elbow kind of comes to the center. Okay, so this edge is even with the body, this edge is even with the body. Slightly down and wrist slightly up. Okay, let's do that again. Ready? Itch, knee. Then repeat. Itch, knee. Let's do this with a dynamic breath. Okay, so the next move, we're going to violently open that hip up as we bring our right hand back to our shoulder. Itch. From here, I'm going to open this hip all the way back here. Okay, using that same principle. Look, we're in a back stance, so I got to bend into this front knee. So from here, as I'm bending into the front knee, I'm bringing this hand back and my hip open so that I can push this jujuki. So come back. Itch. Now from here, this jujuki, I'm bringing it into my chest and up, open hands. Okay, so I'm down here low in a front stance. I'm going to shorten it up and bring it here. So picture if I were to, let's say this was a block, and I'm not saying it is, but if this was a block, somebody were to try and punch me again, I'd be getting a little bit shorter, okay, and going up a little bit, okay? So front stance, jujuki, shorten it up, hands moving apart from each other, and palm on top of palm. So right hand low underneath, left hand on top. This next one goes straight down the middle, okay? This elbow should be pointing at the head and a little bit past, so straight down the middle. Don't let it go away out here, not out here either. Straight down the middle, like you're gonna put it right into their, right underneath their ear here. One, and then step forward two, and really use this extension to reach forward and drive, right? Okay, covering. This one covers as you lift. Okay, go the other way. Palm underneath, palm up, and out. Okay, push your knees apart when you do this, and then release that push to get the Mikazuki Geri. Itch. Okay, now turn the hip to the front. Marote uke, and open the hip again, Marote uke high. So from here, every Shotokan jump is the same. It's bring this right leg very high, bring the right leg very high, and then tuck the left leg underneath it. So from here, we're gonna bring our hands down, bring the right leg high. Okay, this is Kosadachi. That means your left knee is behind your right, back heel is up and bent into it. Jujuki. Step out, Marote uke. Now here's one of my pet peeves. Must make sure you have a wide enough hip in order to drive in a full shuto strike to the groin. So from here, my hand's coming up. I'm going to squeeze my left leg in, not my foot, my knee, and drive this hand all the way in with the hip. And then open the hip, go to back stance. Switch. Okay. Now again, wide enough hip to drive this hip in, and then back stance, move it over. So always moving your front leg over on these. And yame. Okay. Any questions about some of those details? Elliot, it's all good? Yeah, okay. Eric, you all right?
Actually, I have one question.
Yes.
At the beginning of the kata, when we go here and then we go here, are we looking to the side or are we looking forward?
Looking side on the first one, looking forward on the second one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Looking forward on the second one, okay? And make sure, I was watching, I know you weren't trying to pay attention or do everything perfect on the first move, but sink, cover, look, then put it out. Because here's the wrong way, is just put it out and fall in. Okay, I want you to be able to drive in. Okay? All right, let's do it together. Here we go. Heian Godan. Ich. Ni. Sam. Shi. Go. Rook. Hitch. Hachku. Hey. Hitch. Ni. Sam. She go. Rook. Hey. Hitch. Knee. Some. Make sure you get the hip turned all the way in. Hitch. Knee. Yummy. And bow. Okay, I'm going to watch you guys. See what you got. All right. Heian Godan. Hajime. All right, so Elliot, Eric, Dirk, Mary, for sure, your back stance knees are collapsed. Your front knee. What I mean by that, partially it's because of the foot position, but otherwise the knee is kind of collapsed. Excuse me. So from here, okay, so you're right here in this one. See, my knee is pointing that way instead of having this down. So it looks like what's happening is you're overturning this hip open, and you're bringing your foot to the inside this way when you do your back stance. Okay, so the knee, foot, it's all going that way instead of toward the front. So you should check your knee position. Also check your hip being down and in. Notice how this easily fixes that. Look, I'm here, just drop this, and that knee just comes right into place, right down the ankle. Okay, that makes it so much better for your knee when you move, because if you're bending your knee forward from here, coming across it like this is definitely not a recipe for longevity doing this. Okay, so you could start ruining your tendons and ligaments in your knee. Okay, all right, so Bassai Dai now. Got about 8 minutes. Okay, so details on this one. About us. Ayoi. So first move, this elbow stays nice and high. Fist is facing downward. This hand is in the fist. Okay. I'm not going to lift my knee that high, but I am going to push forward with my left leg as hard as I can to get as far forward as I can. So big drive. Itch. Now the next one. Shoot the right hand toward the back of the room. Cover with your left and do the uchuke. Itch. Then knee. Okay, now shoot the right hand to the front of the room. Soto-uke with the left. Itch. And knee. Uchuke. Now shoot the left hand to the right side. shoot it, scoop it, sotoke, uchuke. Okay, this from the sotoke, I want you to turn this hip so hard that your front foot has to come back a little bit. Okay, now from here, we're going to unwind it, pivot on the heel of your right foot. So from here, pivot on the heel of your right foot, bring your left foot back, and stack the hands. Okay, press out, palm up for a little bit, then press out into the shoulder. Okay, punch center, cover, then twist. 1. Punch center, cover, twist. Now pivot your left foot on the ball, squeeze your thighs together, shuto. One more shuto, really bend in, shuto, shuto. 1, 2. Okay, now take your right hand and drive it in behind their body. And I want you to be in a front stance, but an inverted hip. 1. Okay, now lift your knee from here. Lift your knee in this little triangle that's created by my hands. All right, lift it up here, push that yoko kikomi with the hands coming up to the breast. Okay, so from here, 1, so a little bit out to the angle, shoot your right hand to the back of the room and then shoot. So from here, catch, side thrust kick, all right, kiai, shoot the right hand, turn the hip and shoot. One more shoot. Okay, squeeze this in. This is going to be like a wave. So I'm going to bring this in. So this, okay, back in the old days where we used to do the worm on the ground, right? So same sort of thing. Really fly that up. Think of this as they've got a hold of your collar, right? You're going to come down on top of it and then strike up with your fist to their chin. Okay, and as they're going backwards, you're going to strike their ribs, half step, tsuki. Okay, everybody go back to shuto, pitch, knees separate just a little bit, 1 and 2. Okay, from here, drive it in like we did in Heian Godan, and then stand all the way up, dynamic tension. Big turn, hitch, just like in Heian Godan, hitch. Now 3 down blocks. Palm goes up this way. Okay, think of this as I'm doing a neck restraint with this arm. This arm is pushing into their back, okay, or into their belly. Okay, so I've got them here, their head is in here, and I'm trying to hang on to them. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze, drive out. Breathe in as you pull back and stack. Out. Breathe in as you back and stack. Out. Okay, so this right hand drives high, scoops, make it scoop, come up and down. Okay, think of this as I've got him back of the head. I'm going to take him down to here, bam, and hit him right down the top as he's on his way down. Okay, so scoop down. And we can do the same thing on the other side, scoop and down. Now from here, I'm going to shuffle in. Left leg goes to your start position. That's a little cheat. Hitch. Okay, from here, I'm going to squeeze my thighs, bring my foot through, my knees through center. Okay, from here, I'm going to step out and this way. So back stance facing that way, hands this way like shuto, but my head is still going that way. Now, this one here is I am going to squeeze. Okay, watch my feet. So I'm here. I'm going to squeeze my knees together. Then I'm going to open the door again. So this one is put in the right spot for a new back stance this way. So we're here, squeeze your right leg in, check your foot. Is it 45 degrees? And set for a new shuto. And then step out. Right? Yeah, man. Okay, so same thing applies with this one too. Shoot this right hand and bring your hip around too to make a nice good shuto block. Okay? Any questions on Bassai Dai and the details we just walked through? Yeah, Andy?
Yep. On the double strikes, let's see, this way.
Yep.
When you're coming back and stacking the hand, are
Yeah.
the hips forward? Or
The hips
45?
turn to 45. Yep. And your new back leg comes in slightly behind the front leg. Okay. So if let's say I'm here on the first one, right? Okay, so I'm going to step back here. Feet go this way, hips go that way, and I put my right foot behind my left slightly. Okay, and be cautioned, don't go up too high. Okay, a lot of folks will go up and then down. Okay, the goal here is still lifting the leg, but only enough that you need to go that way. Okay, so it's a drive more than it is a lift, because then it becomes a 2-count thing. You don't want a 2-count, you just want to go. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. All right, let's go. Bassai Dai. Let's yo. Hitch. Knee thump. Shigo. Hook hitch. Hitch. Knee. Samshi. Go rock. Hitch. Knee. Samshi. Go. Rock. Hitch. Knee. Some. She. Go. Hitch. Hitch. Knee some. She. Go. Rock. Hitch. Hachiku. Hitch knee. Hitch. Knee. Some. Yeah, man. Okay. Last one for you guys. I know we're running just a couple minutes late. If you got to go, I get it. Otherwise, let's do one more. Let you guys get to it. Okay. All right. So, Bassai Dai. Hajime. All right, yummy. All right, so both Andys. Let's. One thing I'd like to point out to you is that you have a lot of upward, sideways movement of your upper body. So you got to keep your lower abdomen secure and connected to your lower body, so that you keep your posture tall. Okay. So if you just go back to this video when I send it to you, you can see it. A lot of turning, especially on the big turns, like so. You're here, right? Like that. Okay. Or even on this one where you're doing the Mikazuki Gary, kind of fall off of it. So So watch those kind of moves and keep your posture a little bit taller, and keep your back and your stomach connected to your lower body. All right. Okay, great class tonight. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. We will see some of you on Saturday. Looking forward to it. We're going to get we're going to do some more work on that moving backwards, and then also some turning, how to turn a little bit better. Okay. And then I haven't decided what the katas are we're going to work on, but it'll probably be a kata for Nidan. So, Miho, you got to be there, right? All right, good. Excellent. Okay, see you guys. Thanks everybody for coming.
Thank you, Sensei.
Sensei.
All right, good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you, bye.
Thank you.